wara. Wara, tell them I fucking count, I'm say yeah, wara, wara. Ay, yeah, wara, sweet in pay was Sarah. Me no one be cool, if you say yeah, wara, yeah, wara, sweet in me do wara. Me ni yobi account, if you say yeah, wara, yeah, wara, ondo yeah, wara. Me no one be cool.
Campus Celebrity Show brought to you by your host, Dina Benson. Today we are located inside Vida Cafe on the Oxford Street in Osu. I have a lovely lady with me today. You might know her as Bella. She's a student, she's a popular student, in fact, at the Accra Technical University. But right before I introduce her to you, let's take a short break. Stay with me, we'll be right back.
Ay, yeah, wara, sweet in pay was Sarah. Me no one be cool, if you say yeah, wara, yeah, wara, sweet in me do wara. Me ni yobi account, if you say yeah, wara, yeah, wara, ondo yeah, wara. Me no one be cool. Ay, yeah, wara, sweet in pay was Sarah. Me no one be cool, if you say yeah, wara, yeah, wara, sweet in me do wara. Me ni yobi account, if you say yeah, wara, yeah, wara, ondo yeah, wara. Me no one be cool.
Hi Bella,
Hello.
thank you for joining us on this show. Today our viewers have a lot of questions for you, but I will start with the smallest one. What is your real name?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm very honored to be here. My name is Belinda Ampofo, but people call me MegaBella, and I actually love that one.
Why Mega?
Since childhood, everything that I have set my eyes on, I really want to make it and make it big. Therefore, I couldn't find any better replacement for the word big. Yes, and then I chanced on Mega. So I felt okay, since I want everything to be bigger and bigger and bigger in my life, why don't I name myself Mega? So that day in, day out, I would remember that I have something that I want to achieve in a grand mega style.
That gives the connotation that you are an ambitious person.
Of course.
Did this inspire you to become the Women Commissioner for the SRC in Accra Technical University?
For that, I would say it's grace. I just didn't wake up one day to become the Women's Commissioner of Accra Technical University, the premium university and technical university currently in Ghana. It was grace, and then I think favor also found me, and then the student also accepted who I was, and then voted for me to be the Women's Commissioner.
Being the Women's Commissioner, you would be expected to have a lot more association with the females on the campus. What have you done to bring that into light, to put you in that position?
Okay, we've done a lot. I won't say I have done a lot because I work with the commission, so we have done a lot, and I work with Ezecom body too. that is the executive committee, the SRC at large. So we've done a lot. We've been able to impact students, not only female students, but the whole school at large with some of the activities we carried, such as the say no to sexual harassment, a lot, personal visitations to some students on campus, and then a lot that I think,
Let me just catch you that you mentioned sexual harassment.
yes,
Who is the lecturer who harassed you?
nobody harassed me, but I don't think or believe you have to be harassed before you take on something. A lot of people are being harassed and that they don't have the opportunity to come out to say it. And being their representative, I felt I should do that for them, and they needed that help.
So no one has ever harassed you
Not at
sexually.
all. Not at all.
So you would say there has been no sexual harassment. So what would motivate you to channel something like that?
All right, thank you very much. I haven't been through such an encounter, but then I have people who always communicate to me. Some of them don't want me to even know them. They come with other private numbers. They call me, they text me, we've been chatting, and then I know their problems. And then I always put myself in their shoe. I feel, okay, so if I was this lady, how would I take this situation? Why don't I act as if I've been harassed and then I'm trying to fight for justice?
Would you still do the same thing if you were in the women's commission?
Of course.
Why?
Because even before I became the women's commissioner, one way or the other, I was already impacting lives on campus. So this is not, it's not because I'm the women's commissioner, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But it's because I feel for humanity and that I want humanity to be heard. That is why I took on the action.
I heard the SRC commission, the women's commission, had some funds in place before the whole COVID-19 situation.
Okay. Funds like how?
Well, if I say funds, you can take it in either way, but I'm guessing one of the ways you would come up with is what I'm trying to talk about.
Alright.
So with all the funds that you have, what is there any program being put in place after you are gone, or even for the 3rd years in place with those funds that were given to you?
All right, this question is a little bit, I don't know how to put it, but then before we went home, sometimes I don't really want to talk about it because sometimes it hurts, because it was just some few days to the big celebration and then we were told to go home. We planned everything and we had everything on track, but then because of the COVID-19 we had to put hold on most of the things and then go home. So the funds were actually not with the commission. We were yet to receive the funds. The funds is with the SRC, or I'll say with management. So we were yet to receive the funds because the set date was not yet time for us to go in for the money. So we don't have any funds for that.
So any idea what is going to happen to those funds?
It's actually remains with the SRC. If you don't take it and use it for projects, it remains in the account of the SRC. And you can't have it by yourself, or your commission can't have it unless you have a proposed project that you want to embark on. So since we weren't able to do our week celebrations, we've planned on something else, being donation to the Insawam female prison, of which the commission is still fighting for us to be heard and given the opportunity to do that.
So no funds.
So that is where, or when the funds aspect comes in. When it is approved, then the funds, not all the funds, the budgeted money for the donation will be given. Then you take it.
So if it's approved, if it is suppose
Okay.
it is approved, when do you plan on embarking on this?
We plan on doing it on a Saturday, but the date is not yet out. Very soon we'll be starting lessons, so we are still looking at one or two things. But hopefully, fingers crossed for the donation. We believe if everything is fine, we'll embark on it.
Not only as the Woodcomb of Accra Technical University, you are also a 3rd year student.
Okay.
what are the measures that have been put in place to alleviate the problems of COVID-19 on campus, as well as the aids that are put in place to keep educating the third years? Because we all know the exams is near. What are some of the things that have been done to make it easy for the third years? Are they studying at all?
For that, it's their personal, um, I would say problem, because we all have our problems. But then they are studying because education is, they say, is the key. So if you don't study for your exams, which key are you going to use? So for the students, they are learning. Personally, I'm learning as well. But for the measures that we put in place, nose marks has been provided to all level 300 students by management. They gave them, I think, 3 or more. I actually don't know the actual figure, but they gave them more than 3 or something. If not more than 3, then 3 plus hand sanitizers. And then the Veronica buckets have been placed advantage places where wherever you want to wash your hands, you get one to wash your hands, and then you put on the face mask which is provided to protect yourself. So for the measures, a lot has been put in place, and the SRC tool is also educating students on the COVID-19 and rising issues day in, day out.
Is that the only thing the SRC is doing?
Yes, not the only thing, but that is what is outside. But the internal ones, SRC is doing a lot.
So you can give us some.
Internal ones, like SRC is pushing for the students' school fees to be given a grace period, because when you've not registered,
That is a very important topic for me personally.
okay.
Because apart from other universities, I know most of the technical universities, if not all, are still in this period, not written their exams. So do you think the school fees will be cancelled so that they can write their exams and go ahead, since everything is so difficult now? Or do you think they would write the exams and then they would have to come back and then pay their fees?
For that one, I would appreciate it if I don't answer this question, because I am not.
Why
a
wouldn't you
represent-
answer it?
I'm actually not a representative on the academic board, and I don't know what entails in it, and I have not been briefed yet as to how this situation is going to be kept. Therefore, I'm waiting that I would hear something from management, from my Etecom, so we can preach the good news out there. But until then, I can't say much about it.
So, in that sense, that WUCOM herself does not have any say when it comes to this kind of topics on campus.
It's not like that. The way you are trying to shift the whole thing, it's not like that.
I'm
We
not
have a
trying to
say.
shift anything.
We
It's just, you know, as a representative in the SRC,
Okay.
whether you are the academic board and it has to do with women issue, academic board still has to do with women, because women are still students.
Okay.
So, for instance, the academic board can advise the WUCOM on a certain issue. For instance, you want to hold an all-female debate.
Okay.
That is a female, thing, joint. So, of course, the academic board can come ahead and say, okay, I want to give you tips on how to hold the debate. So, asking, I'm not trying to corner you or anything. I just want to have a fair idea of your contributions to this situation. That is all.
Okay, the same way you are talking, I also want you to understand that it's not only females that are owing school fees.
Of course.
The whole body is owing.
Of
Most
course.
of them are owing school fees, inclusive the male
Of course.
genders.
So you can give advice to the academic board, even if you are the the secretary,
I'm
right?
not saying I'm not the secretary, I'm the women's commissioner. I'm not saying that we can't give advice to the academic board, but it passes through a channel. The Execom will meet, we will give out what we think can be of help. The president and the vice will go and represent us. So we've met as Execom.
Okay.
We've brought out solutions and other things, suggestions that we think will be of help. So it is now up to our president and the vice to go there and then push it for us. That is why I'm saying that we've not been briefed yet about it, so we can't talk more about it. We've already done the necessary or the needful things we need to do by discussing and bringing on board submissions. So we've done that part.
And yes, say asem pese me how bisa no.
Why?
Nsem bi wo
Feel
ho
free.
a I was say we bisa.
Feel
Now
free.
the students and all those who are viewers will also get a brief knowledge about the details of what is happening. They voted for you.
Of
Exactly.
course,
So of
yes.
course they have to have in-depth understanding of everything that is happening.
Okay.
It's not asem bisa.
Don't worry.
Now, we all know that in this era we are in, championing female ideas and championing women to become the best is it's a big topic in this era. Now, the SRC reform, what do you think the women on campus are being advised to be more independent? Uh, would you have any idea about that?
Day in day out, we motivate each other, even through our actions and then inactions. So the ladies on campus, they know that they have to be independent. It is just up to us to add a little bit more of a push. It's so unfortunate that we couldn't hold our women's Youth celebration. There were programs that were packaged for such events, but it's so unfortunate. But we are doing our best. We are motivating them the little way we can, supporting them even if it comes to monetary aspects, the little way we can, for them to actually acknowledge the essence of being independent. Sure. So I hope you understand.
That is a rhetorical question for myself. I wouldn't understand because I'm not in their shoes on your campus.
Alright.
But if the viewers are listening themselves, and if what you are saying is according to their book, I'm sure they would agree as well. Now, MegaBella, you have so many. You just mentioned that you're a very ambitious lady, in the right sense, of course. So we've noted that you have 3 Instagram channels that you use to promote yourself. We've heard of the the Mega Spot, the Bella Decor, and what is the other one?
He said you know of 3, so mention them.
Well, it's yours, so you might as well mention them.
It could be they are not mine. So you said you know.
Have you forgotten your own channel?
I
If
have,
it's that,
but then
I
I
can
want you to
Google it for
mention.
you.
I want you to mention then
Oh,
the
so
ones that
the
belongs to me. I'll let
so
you
we
be
will
aware.
share some camera.
Okay, so that
Uh-huh.
is the Mega Action and Grooming Agency.
Okay. So what motivated you to do all this while being a student on campus?
For the motivation, it's a lot. For the I don't know how to talk.
You
because-
just give us two.
Okay, the reason why I'm surprised is that most of, apart from the ushering agency, which is known to be my initiative, for the rest, it's actually not too known to people that I am the brains
So are
behind
you
it.
surprised
So
that
I'm-
we found
I'm so,
it? Oh, Emane.
I'm so surprised, but then it's all part. For the inspiration, I took it from so many angles. A lot of people, personally, I needed a lot of things, and then getting them was kind of difficult. So I decided that okay, so if I need something and I'm finding difficulties in getting it, like if I need a bed, I have to put it on my status. Please, do you know anybody who
Yes,
does bed or something? And then you wouldn't get any better response. So I felt people also needed those things, but they weren't getting help. So why don't I take it upon myself to help them out, and at the same time make some income? And so that is how come I came about the Deco by Bella.
That's interesting. I myself believe that you're an ambitious woman. So
Thank you.
to affirm that, are all these channels running effectively as of today?
Okay, they are all running effectively, but with the Mega Sport, we are actually on hold for now because it needs a lot of time, it needs a lot of energy to come out with a better and then appreciated food. So we need to relax and then provide the better. So for the Mega Sport is actually on hold, but the two, which is the Deco by Bella and then the Mega's Action and Grooming Agency, is running heavily.
Are you a photographer by any chance? You're not. So what is this I heard that Mega takes photos for certain occasions, for example like advertising, and you know when you're a model you want to take pictures, Mega can do that for you. Is that also another part of you? Are you like a multitasker, or you are a jack of all trades? Which one is it?
I would prefer the jack of all trades. For that photo aspect, I believe it's my agency that is doing that. Let's say in case you need somebody to advertise a product for you, you bring us the product, I'll get you beautiful girls to advertise the product for you. So I feel that is maybe the reason why people are tagging me to be a photographer. But I have, it's part of the agency.
So is that with the Mega's Deco? Which agency is that?
That is the Mega Action and Grooming Agency. The Deco, it's kind of like jack of all trades. You sell almost everything there, and the purpose is just to beautify that space. So if you think that even getting, let's say, a water bottle would beautify that space for you, we'll provide it for you.
Mega, I heard you like anointed rice.
It's actually
Why are you laughing?
it's actually part of the food I like eating. I like eating, so it's
Really?
not like it's one of the favorites. Oh, and yes, sir, but then I cook it, so I will eat it.
Is that your best food?
It's not my best food.
Okay. Mega, there's some questions I wanted to ask you in the beginning, but I was so interested in your activities on campus that I skipped them.
Okay.
Yeah, we were here.
Hey, this question.
What's so funny about that?
Okay, I was born in Ghana.
Yeah, Ghana is a big place. Even if you say Accra, Accra is a big place.
Okay, I was born in Ghana. I was born in my hometown, Asatemopo. I'm an Ashanti.
Oh.
So that was where I was born. But others to say I was born outside, but I would prefer I was born in Ghana.
Who are the others?
That is what people think.
Mega, are you in a relationship?
Hey, I believe this one is a private issue.
Yes,
And
and we do private issues.
No,
Mega, we do private issues.
This one for this particular question is a private.
It cannot be a private issue.
It is locked, and I don't hold the keys. So
Sister Belinda, they say you live alone. They say unkwa what?
Hey,
And you say only boyfriend. Are you staying on your own with your parents, or you are staying on your own as your own? Do you have your own place that you live, and your boyfriend comes to visit you? Oh, not how was Sister Mega.
I don't even know what to say. But then I live on my own.
Okay.
I don't live with my
Are
parents.
you not worried about that? So many females are really scared of living there on their own.
Even when I was younger, my mother can testify to the fact that I wanted to live alone. I was always so eager to have my personal room and
I
all
think I have
that.
a name for you. Miss Ambitious Independent. I think that's what I will call you from now. Since at the age of what, 5, 8, you wanted to be on your own?
Something like that. But currently I live alone.
No boyfriend.
That is a personal issue.
Are you sure?
Even if I have a boyfriend, my boyfriend.
Oh, we have to know so that we'll call him and send him this video and tell, oh, your girlfriend.
Oh, no,
you know,
that-
you have to tell us.
Even if I have a boyfriend, I believe he also
Is he
has
fair
a
or
place.
is dark?
He
He's multicolor. Mega, so are you sure you're single?
Oh yeah, no. I'll not.
Single but attached. I'll give you
No,
that.
I don't want to say.
Single but
I
attached.
actually don't want to say I'm entangled, but then
Entanglement.
But I believe this one is a personal something.
Bella,
I always like private things.
Bella,
I always like.
you are
private-
entangled.
I'm not
So
saying I'm entangled.
how many are there? 5,
No.
7. Hey, any.
No. Please don't get me wrong. It's a private.
Bella, we're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to go back to the entanglement thing. Stay with us while we take this short commercial break.
Ay, ella wara, sweetin pe wasara. Minne wane beku, fi say ella wara, sweetin me do wara. Minne yobia kan fi say ella wara, ondo ella wara. Minne wane beku.
Campus Celebrity Show, and I'm still here with Bella. Now, Bella, before we went, we were talking about the entanglement thing.
Okay.
So, are you entangled with 5 people, men, women? Because you said it's also friends.
Okay.
You can say that it's also entanglement has to do with friends. So, which kind of friends? Men, women, 5 people, 10 people. Which entanglement are we talking about?
Okay, I may not understand your meanings to entanglement, but to my understanding.
Bella, are you using this entanglement because of the entanglement thing that is happening on the social media?
Not really, but then we asked the question if I was going out. I said it's a private issue.
But you are in an entanglement.
I'm not saying
that is what you said.
I'm not saying that I'm in entanglement.
Bella,
I said
that
it
is
could
what
be.
you said.
I said it could be.
It could be.
Yes.
There's a possibility that it is, and we are choosing it is. So
that
it
is
is
your opinion.
It
but
is. It is. So are you entangled with 5 people,
it's
10
a
people?
personal and a private issue, and I would.
And we are here for private issues, so break it down
for
for
this
us.
one, I really,
There
really
is not. You can't choose.
don't want to address it.
You can't
It's a
choose.
personal issue.
So everybody is open to come and propose to you.
No. Not really, but then that's why I said I want to keep it private.
You can't keep it private.
I want to keep it private.
If you are not an entanglement, then that means that you are open for entanglements, right?
I'm not saying I'm open. The question is.
Then that means that you are attached, isn't it?
I'm not attached. Neither.
Hey, Bella.
No, I won't say.
I heard you.
I'm not saying I'm attached.
Ew.
And I won't say I'm not saying I'm attached or I'm not. That question is a private issue, and I want to be
And I'm
treated as
telling you
such.
that on this show, there's nothing like private issues. As far as you accepted our invitation to this show, there's nothing like private, oh sister. So, are you open or you are closed?
I can actually answer every question you want me
answer.
to answer, but for that particular question, I have a reason.
Silence means consent. So I'm going with that. In this case, Bella is attached. So please, everybody stay off.
You.
Every man or woman stay off.
That question, I really want it to.
I've decided for you since you won't
I don't
decide.
want us to
She's
address that.
strictly
It's a personal
attached.
issue.
We don't know the gentleman yet, but she's attached.
It's a personal issue.
Now, Bella, we know Yaira is the current PRO for Accra Technical University SRC. Now, the first runner-up, who is Nanama, right? Nanaya. The first runner-up of Face of Accra Technical University is also going for the same position. Now, we know that Nanaya is a close pal of yours. Are you a motivation behind her ambition?
Okay, I wouldn't say I'm a motivation behind her ambition, because probably for all I know, she took her motivation from us. If I say us, it's because during our time when I won the Face of ATU, my first runner-up and my second runner-up, we came into agreement that we want to move to a higher position. Therefore, let's go for different positions. Of which I landed myself in the Women's Commission office.
So you are a group of women who have decided to achieve.
Yes, that is what we decided to do. When Face of ATU 2018 batch, I was the one who won, and I had runner-ups. So currently, the second runner-up is the Speaker for ATU Parliament House. The first runner-up is the school PRO, the SRC. And then I'm the Women's Commissioner for my school. So we all came into agreement and we decided to go for something bigger. So I believe she took motivation from us.
But it's not you telling her to do it.
I haven't informed her to do that. But
are you sure?
No. Yes.
You said no. Bella, you said no.
I'm sure maybe she picked motivation from us.
Bella,
but then I have not brought her to the light.
Really?
Of course.
Radio ATU is an initiative of the SRC.
Yes.
Why has it been ignored for this long?
It's not ignored. They are still working on it. It's not ignored.
So the students' comment is a lie.
That
is being ignored.
No, it's not ignored. We are actually working on it.
What are the works? Because the SRC before then, your SRC, no one is seeing anything.
Maybe it's because you're not on our campus.
so probably you are not hearing much
Well,
of them.
I am not on your campus, but I believe that most of the questions we've asked right now has to do with you, right? So I'm not on your campus, neither am I a very close friend, but I have all this information.
Of course.
And these are from the students of your campus. So
We are working on it.
you're working on it.
Yes, we are working on it.
I
It's not
actually
ignored. It's
have
never.
a strange feeling with anyone who says we are working on it. You know?
We are working on it. Just-
Pause it. No.
Yeah, we are
So,
really working on it.
It's a very strange comment. Anyone who says you are working on it, is it? It's a very strange comment, you know. So, is there any plan, any idea, anything, even in the near future that you have for it?
We have a lot of plans for the Radio ATU, but as it stands now, we have a committee that handles that aspect. And I'm actually not part of the committee, so I can't come out with the
So
full
even
details.
with the awards, the students award that is going on, you didn't put any of the members of any of the presenters from the radio station. You didn't even put them for any of the nominee. That's what I heard.
Really, then I'm surprised myself because
Why are you surprised? You are part of the SRC. You should know this.
I'm part of the SRT, but I'm not part of that committee that is giving out the awards. So,
So again, you have no idea.
I have no idea.
This is the third time. You have no idea. Why? Is it that there is lack of communication in the SRC? There is a position where there is limits to some things in the SRC?
No, I always say I don't have the idea concerning that situation.
Is it that you are
because
not interested in getting the information?
It's not like that. But then we all have our office that we operate in, and then we have committees that we've set for various activities that we want to carry on.
Bella,
If I'm not on that committee,
But I will
can't
still
come
not take
out.
that excuse. You've
I
given that
can't
excuse.
come out
I will not
to
take
give
it.
full
You should
details.
you should actually find a way to know all these things, because the SRC is in itself is a team.
Of course.
And you should have
And
all this
the
idea. You should
SRC
actually have a word into all of this.
The
So,
SRC is a team, but
is it that you are
we
refusing
have
to
a
answer
public
our-
relations officer. I'm not the public relations officer.
So
So
the-
even questions concerning SRC, I'm not even supposed to answer
So
them.
why are you in SRC?
I
if
am
you can't if you can't give answers pertaining
No,
to the SRC, why?
according to our constitution. Wait,
So how is
according to
no,
our constitution.
no. How is the SRC handling the how are they handling the handing over for this semester?
we've not even.
Should I still ask that question, because you've already given me three I don't know when it comes to the SRC. So should I keep asking you questions that have to do with the SRC?
You can still ask me, but then there are certain answers that I can't give out.
You can't give up.
Of course.
That was the answer. That was one of the answers we were looking for. So it's not that you don't have it, you don't want to give it out, which is very interesting. So is it that the students know about this? I don't think they know, because we are getting all this information from them. So I don't think they know. Anyway, how are they handling the handling over?
Currently we are trying to set the EC committee. I think it's a committee or a commission, so they can take it from there. So unless we have leaders, we can't hand over. Who are we handing over to? Is it
So
administration
then goes
or-
to the question: how are you preparing for the elections? How is it going to be? Is it going to be through virtual means? Is it going to be through
That is
physical
something we are
means?
still debating on. We've not concluded on it yet.
But the year has already ended. Why are you taking so much
The
time?
year has already ended, but we didn't foresee this COVID-19 coming, so we didn't make provisions for that. So we are still on it.
Okay. So you were going for Jeanette's PR. Then the comments we got later was Bella is no more going for PR, she's going for Wukum. This is a flicking side to you, because it goes back to when you were going for the SRC president in Accra Technical University, then quickly switched to the Women's Commission. Some people said you were bribed, some people said you were threatened. So why this side to you? Why all those changes? Why didn't you just stick to one?
Personally, I'm so surprised. I don't know what to say because I didn't see this coming. I actually had plans for going for the SRT president, and I had my personal reasons why I switched to the Women's Commission.
Personal reasons. You
Yes.
are very personal on this show, Bella.
Yeah.
You are communicating to the people who are interested in you, your fans, your viewers. You have to keep everything personal. How are they supposed to know you? Huh?
There are some things that we actually don't need to let it out.
Really?
Some things are best.
What
kept.
is so personal about not going for the SRC president? What is so special? What is the personal reason behind that you can't share with? Probably could be a good reason, and you could share it with your fans. So what is the problem?
Really?
You hold on to that. We'll take a short break and we'll come back to you. Please stay with us as we go on this break. Welcome back. This is still the Campus Celebrity Show, and I'm still here with Bella. But Bella, hold on. Let me give a shout out to my sponsors, Suits and 7 Grain Cereal. Now, Bella, tell me something. You, Nana was Bella, wait. Oh yeah, sure. You're 100% sure. Say, you don't have a sugar daddy in the background.
Not at all. Not at all.
Are you from a rich family?
It's a private issue.
Bella, I'll sack you from the show. Any person and be private.
Hey, you know, like.
Shows.
Okay.
Private, personal.
I want. Okay, there is no.
Are you okay? So are you from a well-to-do family?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Because I don't beg to eat. Neither do I beg for the things I wear. So they being able to provide for me, I believe they are well to do.
Bella, your house is very big. Where you live is very big. It's it has a lot of rooms, right? It's a beautiful place. Now, you work. You're a student. You don't work. You might have all these little businesses that you run there, but personally, I don't think it is enough to get you an apartment as that. And in Accra, let's talk of. So, back to the question: are you sure there is no sugar daddy in the background?
So, answering the question, I also want to find out: can't a family support their own? I have a family. I have a mother. I have a sister. Can't they support me?
Are you from a rich family? You told me it is private. So if you tell me the truth, then I'll know the answer to it. And I'm a boy.
Okay, so my family provided where I am, like the current location where I'm staying. My family provided that place. So
interesting.
Yes.
God bless your family. Now, Bella. Yes, so we are anti-social. Yes, what's wrong with her? She said, Bella, dear, Opo be auction who ate you and dear Bella. He said, on like only Bella to call betray or betray my next year or betcha. How true is this thing?
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Yes, it's a lie.
Bella can one casa backstage who can be what's the what's wrong with her? And I want you one cover.
No, it's a lie. I'm free with everyone.
Bella, so I'm a liar.
I won't say you are lying, but where you are coming from, it's a lie.
How?
If you meet
just told me so one
no.
How am I a liar again?
If you meet any ATU student, you can ask that, do you know MegaBella? The person will say, oh, she's fun to be with. Oh, she's cool. When I see you, I'll greet you. But if you don't have anything to talk about, should I stand there and wait until we have a conversation before we proceed? I've greeted you. How are you? I'm fine.
Oh dear.
I moved. So
I
they
know you
say
told me
that-
backstage. Said what's wrong?
I never said that.
But now I'm.
I
Hey,
never said that.
Yo.
I never said that. My people can testify that
Which
me I'm
people?
cool.
The people who are telling me say what's wrong?
Okay, you can't be laughed by everyone. So they feel that last we don't know that I'm not like that. So I won't stretch on it.
Bella, do you think the current students in third year, do you think they'll write their exams online?
In our school, no. We are writing in class.
So how are you learning? Are you learning online or you are learning? Are they teaching you online or they are teaching you in class?
We meet them in class. We observe the protocols and we meet them. We are even done. Now we are.
Does it apply to all the first all the?
It's only the level 300.
So what are the level 100 and 200 doing?
They are actually on their virtual class.
And have you had any complaints about how the effectiveness of it?
Severally, but we worked on it. Some of them couldn't get access to the platform. Others too weren't getting their password and all that. So we forwarded it to the IT department and they've solved it.
Most students would love to have the SRC use the funds that they had this semester to, support them have internet access. But the SRC is not doing anything in this sense. Why?
If you say so, I disagree because we have the Wi-Fi. It's working on campus like 24 hours. As soon as you enter that premises, you see that even
I'm talking about the 100 and the 200s who are learning at home.
The SRC is doing their best, but sometimes the SRC is doing our best. The SRC.
Are you tired?
Not really, but then, like as I said, questions that concern SRC.
But you are part of SRC. Why are you on this stage trying to remove yourself from the SRC?
I'm not.
You are the SRC. There's nothing you can do about that. So answer the questions.
I'm saying that the SRC is doing their best. As in, we are doing our best.
So are you giving those forms of alleviation or you are not?
For that data, maybe we will liaise with the administration.
So what are you going to do with the funds? Are you going to leave it behind for the next
the funds
batch
there
that
is
comes?
not for any executive. The funds there is in
but you
an
could
account.
use it for that kind of purpose. So why are you not using it?
Every administration comes with how they want to run their administration, and I believe from the beginning we didn't factor that into it. So now we have to sit and probably liaise with administration for us to be able to carry on that project.
But I'm still going to ask you a question pertaining to SRC. Bella, who killed your ambition? You were going for SRC president. Who killed your ambition? What happened?
Nobody killed their ambition. I felt probably.
Were you scared that people will not vote for you?
No, really. If they wouldn't vote for me, I wouldn't even have gone for the commission, like the women's commissioner. I felt.
So what's changed?
I had a total change.
Who threatened you?
Nobody threatened me.
Who said they'll kill you?
Nobody said they'll kill me. I decided to go for what I wanted. I sat down.
So you are.
Not like that. I sat down and then I looked through myself.
You get blown by the wind easy.
Not really.
You choose this today. You don't want it. You want another.
I sat down and then I assessed myself what I can really do, and that was where I ended in that.
Do you think Accra Technical University will ever have a female SRC president?
We've had one before.
Okay.
So
you've had one.
It's not
comparing it to the amount of males. What do you think the perception is when it comes to an SRC female president?
For the perception, I'm not in their mind.
What is your perception?
Okay, so my perception is we can have it, but the person has to be bold, confident, and is ready to face whatever that is ahead, and then ready to cross there.
So would that be enough? If that would be enough, I think you are.
I had a personal reason for not going again.
You and your personal reasons.
But I believe someone is there planning to embark on that journey. It's easy,
Bella,
and then you can win it.
Tell me this little thing. Personally, as an SRC commissioner, what are some of your greatest achievements? Even though I know you said the COVID-19 hindered a lot of things, what has been some of them, or what would have been some of them?
For the achievements, if I should mention them, I believe we are not going to live here today, but I'll just mention a few. I would say I've been able to motivate a lot of ladies to pick up leadership positions, a lot of ladies to come out of their shells. There were a lot of people on campus that were even afraid to talk in public, but then I've been able to impact them through words and then action sometimes for them to also come out, and then they are now comfortable even addressing a whole gathering. And then they say no to sexual harassment. I would say it's part of the achievement because some ladies' problems were able to their problems were able to be solved. It wasn't a big issue, but then I was able to talk to them for them to get to understand that even though you may be sexually harassed, um, doesn't mean that the person wants to have an affair with you. I made
Isn't
them.
that what it usually means?
Sometimes someone can verbally or someone can sexually abuse you with their words, but they've not had any encounter with you. So some of them were, I don't know how to put it. They weren't understanding the whole thing. They felt, oh, just because this person passed this comment, it means that they just want me or something. But someone can pass the comment, but how you are going to behave towards it is going to actually determine the next move. So I was able to talk to some of them, and then this problem was able to.
This is the Campus Celebrity Show, sponsored by Suits and 7 Grain Cereal. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us. Now, make sure you follow us on all our social media handles. Just type in Campus Style using K for Campus Style. Now, Bella, you have the grounds to give shout out to anyone that you want.
Thank you very much for having me. Kindly follow my business pages on Instagram, which is Deco by Bella, and then Mega Ashrin Agents, and then the Mega Sports. You can also reach me on for business purpose 055 715 2193. You can DM me as well on any of the social media handles that I just mentioned. I just want to say hello to my mother, my sister, and my sisters, and then everyone watching me, and then to the people of ATU. I love you all, and the love is always mega. Thank you.
Bella, thank you for honoring our show. Thank you, viewers, for staying tuned to this show. Until next time, it's a goodbye.